No, no, listener, I agree with you 100% on that. Like, very much of what we become is the people that were around that guide us early on. I will tell you this, right? I was around my father, right? Like, he was an arch criminal, like a fraud guy. So, everything that I tried to do was inherently fraudulent. And by the way, I guess I knew that in my gut because I remember when we were meeting with the Gambinos in Terminal Island. You know, Tommy sat with his father, I sat with my father, right? We were talking about taking over a local kickboxing promotion to be able to compete with the UFC. Like, I knew it wasn't going anywhere. And by the way, my instincts were 100% correct, right? Like, if you want to get into fighting sports, you can't bring organized crime around it. Like, that was, the whole invention of various aspects of commissions and whatnot to keep out organized crime. Because why? The betting, right? It's too easy. Like, you take a dive and there you go. So trying to start mixed martial arts promotion with the Gambino crime family is probably one of the dumber moves my dad made. But what's the truth? My dad didn't think mixed martial arts was going to be big. My dad wanted to get closer to the Gambinos to scam something else. And I'll tell you something else. So forget my dad and the Gambinos. Benny Binion, who was the grandson of the gangster, invited me out to Vegas to meet this guy that he said was going to go into MMA and was making big. And by the way, the guy was just another me, right? Except the guy was like an armed robber. He was a little older than us. And I remember the girls that were hanging around us that weekend all jumped on him because he was this really rough looking guy. He had this neck tattoo like from dusk till dawn going all the way to his body, and the hot girls that were around all jumped on him. He's a little older than us, a little bit more sophisticated, if you will, in that size. But he's like, yeah, I want to throw MMA because MMA wasn't legal in Vegas then. Like the Fertitas and Dana hadn't come around. And I thought to myself, like, there's no way I can sell this guy to anybody because my paradigm was a finance paradigm. And a guy like that in a finance paradigm isn't going to work. He's telling me about how he runs into his lawyer's office with his gun and leaves his gun with his lawyer. So you can imagine me, I'm like this mid-20s kid listening to this absolute freaking maniac. But then you converse all of that craziness with Dana White, right? Dana White had gone to high school in Las Vegas, from what I understand, right? Had been around the Fertitta brothers, knew them well. The Fertitta brothers had been raised by their father to love boxing and brought to the fights. The Fertitta brothers one of them was on the commission in Las Vegas. So all of these things were the right elements to bring MMA, UFC, and whatnot to the limelight and make $1 billion. My background was like total chaos, like compared to what like Dana's background was. So we're talking about Paul Heyman or whatever, like whoever you are, it's who you're hanging around that's going to determine a lot of your end game. Now, obviously, I've gotten back on track a little bit, but yeah, those big moments where you take off and blast off, yeah, I missed that. But guess what? Most people do. There it is. Everybody like and follow for more of the fight.